Hello, it's an ANCAP cat here. As you've seen, I've been posting all these KK&D, crush, kill, and destroy playthrough videos on the Evolve side rather than, talk about world issue videos. I did that because that's all I felt I could make so far. I like KK&D, I like the game, I wanted to post videos of me playing it for people, and I couldn't think of any world issue videos to make up in the moment. So yeah, I put that in. I guess I got various things to talk about today. Well, this video, I'm feeling pretty depressed, honestly. Just various things. Like I can't move out of the house yet. My parents are we're not on good terms. Don't get along. I just looking out the window. I'm a bit frustrated with, I don't know, things that happened to me in my past, and I'm a bit frustrated with YouTube right now, with, it's COPA, regulation or policy that seems stupid. It's like, is this video made for kids? It was like, why do I even have to put that, It's like, if I give a description for the video, that should give away whether it's for kids or not, or seeing the first few minutes of the video should tell you what it's all about. Well, it's just stupid to have to put that to for COPA, and for they had a regulation behind it, protecting the children, and But anyways, I'm frustrated with YouTube. Not just because of that and its algorithms. I think it should suggest videos better, and just random stuff, pretty much. In fact, it even hurts some groups in particular, like the ANCAP community. Like, you don't get your videos out there as much as you should due to the algorithm, or due to YouTube being leftist or whatever. But anyways, I'm a bit frustrated with YouTube because of the whole, I don't know, Onision, phase. No, what? Fad, Onision fad, I like to call it. I mean, that YouTuber, he did some, like, sexual predator type stuff. He did the I'm a Banana song, and he did some sexual deviancy preying on girl stuff, and he doxed someone. Doxing is when you post someone's personal information online without their permission / against their will. It can be dangerous. At most and at least, it's invasion of privacy, so that's not good. So I don't like what he did. I don't like him. But I think his banana video was pretty funny. Anyways, I don't like the way people have been going about Onision, for one. Is they've been making all these rape jokes about him, and he should get this, that, and the other in prison, and that, they've just been having a riot over degrading him, and I just feel like that's so fucking boring and repetitive and cheap of them to do so. Yeah, he's a sexual predator, yeah, he deserves punishment, but rape in jail, really? One person even said he's gonna have lots of husbands in jail. It's like, oh, wow, that's funny. I don't. It's not that I don't think he should be exposed either. I think he should be exposed. I just don't like this whole real petty. We just like to have a good show, put on a show type attitude on YouTube. Like, people are always looking for someone to make fun of. Well, Onision's your guy. I haven't even watched what's going on with him lately. I'm just, that's not really for me to be interested in all this drama, or this, hoo-ha about it, bro-ha-ha, hubbub about him. I mean, I've already been over rape being bad, no matter what it is. It's in like the prison violence shouldn't be condoned video I made, something like that. I don't get why people think prison rape's okay, or rape of, you know, people have raped. I mean, there's some circumstances which it's okay to kill. There are never any circumstances which it's okay to rape. I mean, which it's okay to rape. There's never any circumstances which I can't fucking talk. There's never any circumstances which it's okay to rape. There. I said it without my mouth tripping over itself. I mean, but come on. It's... I don't get why people... I don't get what mental gymnastics people have to go to think rape's okay of rapists. I mean, rape's just disgusting. It's gross. You can't use it as a punishment. I can't really explain why that well. And I have a friend that agrees with me on this, and he can't quite explain a whole lot further, a whole lot better than I can, but he kind of said it a little bit, explained it a little bit better than I did. Like, he said something like it impurifies the punisher, or the person doing justice, like, I guess, like, to violate someone that, like that, to punish them, to put your body in theirs. It's really gross. I don't think you can use rape as punishment. Also, the thing about punishing, the thing about prison justice, having prisoners punish other prisoners, is they're basically relying on people to do crime, to be criminals, to get thrown into jail, with other people who did crime to be criminals, to get thrown in jail. You're relying on people doing crimes to punish other people who did crimes. It doesn't make any sense. You should have the justice system be entirely self-contained. It punishes on its own. It doesn't need people to punish others. That makes no sense. It's not a functional system if you need people to do crime, to be a consequence of it, to punish other people who do crime in the first place. Having criminals punish other criminals makes no sense. You know, your judges, your jurors, your prison guards, correctional officers, as they like to call them for some reason, even though prisons are hardly ever about rehabilitation. They're supposed to do the punishing. They're part of the system. The prisoners, they're more like, I don't know, constituents or customers for lack of a better word. I mean, it's involuntary to be in prison. But you know what I mean. I mean, that's just, you know, one thing I wanted to say about that subject that's been on my mind. It's like Onerson's gonna get it in jail. He's gonna feel like a girl. That's just dumb. So, as for me making the world issue videos, going back to that, I feel kind of, they're a bit exhausting to make. They're kind of fun and not fun to make at the same time. They're fun in the sense that, in the way that I get to spread the word about how bad the elite are, and, you know, really, you know, have an engaging monologue about it, and look up my source to show that my research is accurate, that my conclusion is accurate, that I'm saying facts rather than lies or myths, you know. But it's also very exhausting to have to look up this, look up that, you know, pause the video and go blah blah blah, show my ANCAP avatar, and then edit it in Sony Vegas. Well, I showed the ANCAP avatar in Sony Vegas. You know, I gotta pause the video, really think of something to say, not just pause or ramble on. You know, it takes some organizing to do, and that part can be exhausting. When I make KK&D playthrough videos, that's not very exhausting. So as you can see, I was able to pump those out really fast, as opposed to my world issue videos. I will get back to my world issue videos. I will. I mean, that's primarily what my channel is about. You know, fighting the system and freeing humanity. Well, the U.S. at least. And as for the judges and jurors, you know, prison guards / correctional officers and other people, you know, job to punish criminals. I know I don't support government. I'm just saying, you know, like in theory, for the sake of simplification, you know, those people would be the people to punish. criminals if they're justified, or if you had them in an ANCAP society. Whatever the case, a justice system is supposed to punish criminals on its own, not other prisoners, not other criminals, not other constituents. You know, the justice system. And I kind of still feel like pedophilia or hepophilia or whatever minor on adult sexual misconduct in general in the U.S. at least isn't taken very seriously, because people just like to jab at the perpetrators. They don't like to actually figure out how to prevent it or help the victims recover or train the victims to fight back, or even to prevent, you know, the predators from being predators or perpetrators from being perpetrators, or even rehabilitate them, or if there's even a way they could redeem themselves, reveal that opportunity. I don't know. I mean, it just seems kind of dumb to just hear another rape joke about another rapist instead of like how you can heal the victim and reform the perpetrator. You know, it's like oh, he's gonna get it from Bubba tonight. You know, it's like, wow, people are pretty low tech. So to be saying that and be only really caring about that stuff. So yeah, I guess that's that and that subject for now in the video. I mean, anyways, what else can I say? Sorry, I'm a bit bad at these. I mean, it goes so well in my head how to make these type videos, and then I actually go out and speak in front of the camera, and then I get kind of stumped or slowed down. I already said how I wish more people would do this. I think that'd be great. I'd honestly like to run into more people that do these kind of videos in real life. I mean, I meet other people on the internet, you know, who do these, but I've yet to meet someone in real life who does ANCAP videos, you know, world issue videos, where they talk about, this is why the system's bad, and this is why we need to get rid of it, you know. I've yet to meet someone that actually does that. I've yet to meet someone that even thinks like that, you know. I mean, my friend agrees with some points I have, but a lot of points he still agrees with the state. I mean, like, for example, he disagrees with truancy laws, but he agrees with the draft and jury duty, and he disagrees with police brutality, but, you know, agrees with that or stuff I don't like. He's a very good friend of mine. Don't get me wrong, we don't agree on some stuff. I feel like, I don't know, people are still learning a bit too slowly that it's not good to have people roll over you, and then, you know, and then I guess to go into the recent thing that happened a little bit, you know, Donald Trump gets impeached. I watched the impeachment proceedings with my dad, and it made me cringe, you know. All these politicians talking about the Constitution and freedom and how, you know, you have the power to make government right, and how it was just so bad that, you know, Trump was doing his stuff. And I know I don't sound very educated on this. I'm not super educated on this stuff. I feel like I know all this stuff, but when I go to do a presentation on it, I don't. Like, something to do with him collaborating with Ukraine about the election. I'm sorry, but that's all I got so far. That's all I really got. And, you know, you got the politicians that say Trump isn't bad. You got the ones that say he is. He doesn't care. Trump himself doesn't really care about the impeachment proceedings. He feels like he's golden. He's all in the clear. He's a good guy. Impeachment or not, he feels he's a good guy. I find him to be a very bad guy. You know, not just being a politician, but also a person. But anyways, it was nauseating to hear one congressman say something like, "You have the ability to impeach the Democrats, and that's next November." And I'm like, oh, he's talking about voting, which doesn't work, which is in fact wrong and shouldn't be done. Yeah, impeach Democrats by voting them out. Yeah, I don't buy that as a legit function to do, to run things, you know, voting at all. I don't. I think this is kind of, this whole impeachment proceeding thing is just one out of literally thousands of, you know, reflections and signs and symptoms that government doesn't work. You know, you keep having politicians fail time after time again to do the right thing, to be right, and I just think that should be enough to reveal to people that politics sucks, government sucks, get rid of it. Have people be free. Have a free market society. Have a free market society. Have a free market system. If you don't if you don't trust people to do the right thing without government, then why trust them to do the right thing with government? You know, if they're so untrustworthy human beings, if they're so violent, if they're so unstable, why would they be even better by voting for a government, by having a government? You know, if you don't trust in people, why have a government which is made of said people? And then they try to go, oh, we vote for the smart ones. Well, turns out the smart ones still suck. And if you have the opportunity to vote in the smart ones, assuming the election is relatively fair, you also have the ability to vote in the really stupid ones. Why give people that chance to vote in tyrants over supposedly justified leaders? I don't think it can function that way. It's like you keep trying to get the supposedly justified leaders, and even if you do get them, they still do some catastrophic screw-ups, some inadequately good for them to be in office screw-ups, you know. Too much of a screw-up for them to have a right to control people. What else do I say? I'm recording with an HD camera. I may have said this before, but I'm recording with an HD camera. However, for some stupid ass reason, it didn't come with an HD cable, which you need to make the end rendering result video HD. It came with an SD cable. It's an HD camera, which came with an SD cable, which makes no sense. If it's an HD camera, make it come with an HD cable standard. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I haven't had the chance to get an HD cable that'll plug in for the camera, and that's pretty stupid to have to even do that. It's not just to make matters worse. It's a hard to really find HD cable. It's like one of those. How do I describe it? It's okay. It's an HDMI mini cable that plugs into the camera, and an HD on the other side, regular size plug. Okay, it's a mini HD plug that plugs into the camera on one side. On the other side, on the other end, it's an HD regular size cable that plugs into like the computer or the TV or whatever you want to show the video on. It's really stupid. I don't know why they have to make cables so funky, so varied. I mean, yeah, people have made cables less funky and varied, but sometimes they still are. And this camera is kind of old. I wanted to get a new one. I wanted to get a new camera with a viewfinder. You know, that little thing you actually look through the camera to see exactly how it sees, rather than you having to have the screen flipped out to look at what the camera's looking at. You know, for some reason, cameras like mine, only with a viewfinder added, they tend to cost in the mid to upper hundreds of dollars. I don't know why they aren't cheaper than that. Like typically costing in the lower hundreds of dollars. You can have them. They usually cost $500 and above $100, maybe even $1,000. You know, I kind of think as long as camera technology, as experienced as camera technology has been around, I kind of think they would be really cheap right now, like in the lower hundreds or even the tens. Okay, maybe the tens stretching a bit, but the lower hundreds, I feel like these cameras should cost. And I I guess I might also mention this. I have Asperger's syndrome, social disorder. Um, I feel kind of weird about it sometimes, worried about how I act, worried about the disorder itself. Sometimes as a result, or at least an influence of it, I go on about one subject a bit too long. Sometimes I don't read social cues. Sometimes I stim, which is where you kind of just jump around like this. I know it's really weird, but it happens. I do it. I still do it. I do it a lot less than I did before. Oh boy, you should have seen me before, but I still kind of do it. I don't think Asperger's is something you should be ashamed of, though. Yet I feel kind of weird about it sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe ashamed, maybe not. I guess one important thing I want to let people know is people with Asperger's can annoy other people with Asperger's too. So I guess anyone can annoy anyone. If there's anything I think people should know about disorders, I guess treat others with respect, slash the way you want to be treated, slash go on road, slash planet world, slash don't be a dick, that kind of thing with anyone, especially, well, should I say especially people with Asperger's? Well, and people with Asperger's, too, I don't know, especially, might imply you should treat people with Asperger's better without people with Asperger's, but anyways, I have Asperger's, so yeah, I may act a bit funny. I'm not trying to do anything wrong, I don't know. Asperger's definitely has an influence on that. So, anyways, what else do I say? YouTube. I wish it would just pretty much do as it did before, as it should have stayed doing. It's just letting people do what they need and want to do, as long as it isn't inappropriate, as long as you're not harming anyone. Kind of wish YouTube was that. Like, and I guess maybe you call it old YouTube, where it wasn't so restrictive on content. I mean, especially political. I don't know. I mean, I hear people are going over to this website called BitChute and Vimeo and stuff like that to make videos because YouTube's just getting too ridiculous. It's pretty sad. They have to leave a site for another because it sucks now. In fact, I would say maybe I might have to leave YouTube. I mean, one thing YouTube's doing is demonetizing videos, which is where you can't make money or have potential to make money off of it anymore, because YouTube deems it inappropriate even when it's not. Even by its own rules, YouTube can claim a video is inappropriate even when it's not, which is stupid. So, I hope less people get harmed by YouTube, and I hope people who have been harmed can fix that somehow, get back on YouTube, get remonetized or whatever. I don't know if that'll happen, maybe not, probably not. And, I was thinking of doing a Q&A about me. I'm not so sure if I should. I might. Maybe I can say this. I don't like... I hope I'm not repeating myself. I repeat myself a lot. I don't like being touched. Like sometimes people will grab me by their bare arm with their bare hand to say excuse me. Sometimes I grab them back as in response to them to get them to not do that, maybe as revenge or punishment, whatever. And sometimes I wouldn't. I'd just be too scared to. I'd be a pushover. Oh, well, at least I'd feel like a pushover. My friend says not to worry about it so much. Like, you don't have to grab people back. If they're just saying excuse me, they're not trying to harm you, why grab them back, Sometimes I feel like I should a bit more, at least. If you don't want people touching you, don't let them touch you or grab them back. I kind of feel like that sometimes. And it doesn't help that I've been bullied or people grab me by the bare arm, bare hand, to fuck with me, to aggress upon me, back when I was getting bullied. So, that doesn't help either. It's kind of a past thing, but I feel like you know what, I know for sure it still goes on. What I didn't like when I was going to school was when people would put their feet on my desk. person behind me would put their feet on my desk, and they shift their feet around a lot, and it'd vibrate my desk a lot, and it'd feel pretty uncomfortable. And when I tell them to put their feet off the desk, more often than not, they either refuse or reluctantly do so. And I'm like, dude, I'm thinking in my head, I just want this person to keep their feet off my desk. I don't like the vibrations. It's invasion of space. Your feet are on my desk. That's where I'm sitting right now. You should put your feet on something that's not invading someone's personal space or personal property or what they're currently assigned to. That people have this look on their face like I'm asking something totally beyond reason. And it's like, it seems like it'd be basic courtesy, / utility that you don't put your feet on someone's desk. Okay, so now I'm mentioning some peeves of mine, I guess. But I guess that's just what stuck in my head. I don't know, I just think about it. So, yeah, I only got one more mission to finish of KK and D on the Evolve side. It's the 15th mission, as you can see, and that's really hard. I'm going to try my best to do it. I'm going to try my best to do it today. I want to draw some more, though, so that might get in the way of it. Plus, I want to be able to draw. Actually, on another note, I kind of thought I might do some drawing videos. I mean, I'm an artist. I draw. And I'd say it's still an amateur level, but I'd say it's better than a lot of people. Most certainly ain't a novice. I mean, I've been doing it for a while. However, my art can still be all funky in quality, so, low in quality, so I'm definitely going to want to keep improving. So, I might draw a video. I mean, draw a video. I think I might do a video of me drawing. I put the camera when I'm drawing, and I draw live. Well, not necessarily like a live feed, like, filming live on YouTube. Not necessarily that, but, at the very least, I film it on camera as I'm doing it, and I post it. Like, it's not just like I draw it, then I film the drawing, then I post the video. It's like, no, I'm drawing as I'm filming. That's what I was thinking of doing. I thought it'd be cool to do, and if I could do that, that'd be great. So, yeah, I do art. I'm proud of it. I want to do better, though. I want to draw more content, as well as better quality content. Yeah, so I'd like to do that. I guess I can't really think of anything more to say right now. Maybe I should be happy that I at least got to say some things, Instead of just nothing, instead of just not making this kind of video at all. So, yeah, I guess that's what I got to say for now. So, hope to improve things in my life, move out, get a better job, I guess, eventually. Maybe find someone to marry, and maybe even start a family. I hope to do that someday. I hope to do a lot of things someday. But whatever the case, I gotta make it happen. It doesn't just happen on its own. So yeah, hopefully things go well for me, for other people. We make it happen. Whatever. So yeah. Hope you got something out of this.